Two brothers is something that we've been tagged with. You couldn't find any more opposite than what both Peter and I are, and yet we make a wonderful team. His dream was to build a sanctuary big enough to be able to put these guys inside.
Hi, my name is Candice Webb, and I look after the Bilbies at Toronto Zoo. Sadly, in the wild, these animals are a threatened species. Tonight's Australian story is about two amazing blokes from the bush who teamed up to try and preserve the last bilbies remaining in outback Queensland. Their efforts were recorded in a documentary which is soon to be seen in the US, but back at home, their work is less well known. So here is the story of Frank and Peter and what seemed to be a mission impossible.
Is that sound okay? Not too loud, not too soft?
Amazing place when we first came out here. There's winds coming in all the time, there's dust, there's flies, there's ants. Over the years we've sort of progressed and got to a stage where we've got this palatial set up, I guess, now, and it's a lot more comfortable. The place really does grow on you, and to me it's an incredibly and amazingly romantic place. I really am in love with this place and the things that are here, and the reason I'm here obviously is for the bilbies. 1,600 kilometres northwest of Brisbane, just a couple of 100 kilometres short of the Northern Territory border. A long way away, it's the middle of nowhere basically. I was a zoologist with National Parks and Wildlife Service. I was asked to be involved in some initial survey work to see if we did have bilbies left. And despite 5 years of intensive trapping and spotlighting, bilbies didn't turn up. They didn't see a bilby. These are bilby feed scrapes, and it's basically a feeding area, which means there'll be an active burrow probably within 50 metres of here. They're the sort of things that bilbies eat, and this is an area where they've been feeding. Every time I come out here, the first active burrow I see sort of makes my heart just go a little bit faster and quicker, and you sort of think, well, there's something still happening, and the more you see, the better it is, obviously, but I sometimes rue the time that I'm going to come out and look and look and look and look and not find active burrows. That's where bilbies are balanced at the moment, precipitously, I guess. It could quite easily turn overnight into a situation where we don't have a wild population anymore, and that's the thing that drives you on.
When I first met Peter, he used to run around the flat and charvel chasing frogs and all sorts of things with that beard, and I thought, oh, well, he's really lost the plot, and I sent him out here to recover.
Years and years ago, I started shooting kangaroos to supplement an income. I joined National Parks in 1982, and one night with a few glasses of snake juice, we decided we'd go spotlighting.
We drove up there and we did see a bilby and a couple of koaris, and I think that was probably a telling moment in terms of the attitude change in him. He's all of a sudden thought, wow, these things are pretty special.
I had lost my wife, and I was doing it fairly hard. Very difficult to put into words when you lose somebody that you've lived with for a long, long time. You sort of start feeling sorry for yourself. That's what happens to you. You go to work and you come home, you eat and sleep, but life gets fairly meaningless. And he said, come on, get off your butt and come out with it. I guess it made me feel like I was being a clown, being self-pitied to myself, that it gave me a goal. It gave me a new lease of life. It really put a charge back into my batteries, saying, this is something that you can do and be useful while you're doing it.
And we decided, let's get together and save the Bilby, and it seemed like a big task. Let's go to the moon. But I guess we decided we wanted to save the Bilby, and we were prepared to do what we believed in. We were prepared to get off our asses, I guess.